like always just bearing witness to everything.
Listen, man, you're here to bear witness. What else are you here to do? You know what I mean? That's how you know.
What do is going Papa, y'all. It's me, ATM.
It's your boy O.
And we are the Lingo, baby.
Yeah.
More new guests. We love it. We love, us. We put y'all on to the dope people. We put y'all on to people who do their shit.
Right.
We put y'all on to people who are on our radar so that some way, somehow, hopefully they get on y'all radar.
Facts. And we was slacking for March with having women. So glad to have two lovely black women on the show.
Facts. Always happy to have black women on this show. Listen, Soko. Yes. Morgan. It's great to have y'all. I guess I'll just start with a little story of how I met y'all and then let y'all introduce yourselves, how y'all want to introduce yourselves to the people. But I knew Zach. Shout out Cloopy. Shout out Cloopy. For real.
Lingo
Lingo alum. Facts. Hit me up, yo, I want you to do the shoot. Shoot got changed, man, time. Boom, I get to the shoot. I end up being in a trio with Soko and Morgan. And it was cool, like, cause I don't when Zach even hit me on motto, I don't do that shit. So I was like, and then I found out they really do that shit. So I was like, oh, he thinks highly of me. I appreciate it because I was like, damn. So that's how I met y'all. I met y'all through a modeling experience of a mutual friend. And then I found out y'all really do the shit. So y'all go in any order y'all want, but
before that, was that the painted shirt?
No, the painted shirt.
It was reflective.
The
green one.
I was wondering which
remember the green one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With
the afro, yeah, it was that
shirt.
Yeah, the blue shirt I got I think the shoot I did with her afterwards, or it could have been the shoot I did after that. I did like 3. Yeah, there was a painted one afterwards.
I'm sorry.
Anyway,
You're good.
Please go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Okay, I guess I'll go first. I'm Soko. I'm very bad. I'm very bad at talking about myself, but I guess I'll say, obviously, I model. I don't want to say I do a bunch of, I do a bunch of stuff.
You do a bunch of stuff?
Yo, talking shit, bro. Yeah, speak on it.
I feel like I have a lot of outlets. Like, I come from a very, very conservative family. And, when you come from those, you need your outlets.
Facts.
Felt that. 100%.
Or, you're going to get, lost. So, yeah. I'm Soko.
A lot of passions.
I do have a lot of passions, and it's
there's skincare, there's mesh. You got a skincare line, bro.
Right.
She does mesh. She just started making silkies.
We got
I'm catching up. The velvet, okay.
Because I'm scared, but I'm gonna try.
Velvet do-rag.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, bro.
Yo,
I'm gonna need that.
I got y'all.
I'm giving Brandon best for real.
I got y'all. Because me, I need a lot of practice.
Nah, we here.
So yeah, me, basically, long story short, I just love anything art related. I get bored easy, so I like to get into new things a lot. So every time you meet me, I'll probably have something new to say about myself.
And we love that.
We're gonna get into it.
Yes, we will.
What's up?
Hi. Hey. Morgan there.
Hi, Morgan.
The last thing that you said, every time you introduce yourself, I want to have more things to say about myself too.
Right.
Like, I'm all about growth, and I feel like right now I'm here, but I need to be there. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm Morgan. I'm from Harlem.
Same. Harlem in the building.
You guys both from Harlem.
Yeah.
Say that.
Everybody got something to say.
Which is a great segue. No,
It's a great segue.
I'm not even gonna lie. It's a great segue from our last episode. From our second to last episode, we had a whole bit at the end where we were talking about just Harlem artists because he saw Hass Erg live. And we were just and I had went on a whole rant. I was like, if you're tapped into Harlem world, you really see artists up there that's really doing shit.
Shout out to 27 Deli.
Facts. Shout out to Deli. Facts, bro.
Yes.
I love in Harlem.
You know what I'm saying?
10th Street. I fuck with it. No, but
Wait, you from Harlem? That's it.
Okay.
That's all we got.
Gotta dive more.
Yeah. I mean, everything about art too. I'm all about museum dates, gallery dates. Let's get dressed up. Let's go take some pictures. Let's go. You know, I'm all about
the aesthetic.
Let's go about aesthetic.
I would love to know where are some of y'all personal favorite places, or aesthetics to take pictures at, because it's different to be working somewhere and I have to take these pictures and but like on your time, like, oh, I like this place, or does it like just come to you? You know,
like shooting wise, like modeling wise.
I think more like your personal photos, or like if you want to do like let's say like you want to take your own pictures, where would you
go in the city? Like where would you go and be like, yeah, there's a nice backdrop for my pictures right now.
Anywhere where the sun is. That's
a fact. That is a fact.
Golden hour.
That part.
Okay, so around 7, 6:30.
Well, right now, yeah, right now 7 to 6:30 facts.
At least the sun not going down.
Yeah,
thank God.
Apparently, yeah, they talked about getting rid of daylight savings. I saw that today. I was like, how that work? I was like, how y'all just choosing to?
No, that makes sense because I feel like this is the only country that do that.
I think we are. I think it was like us and like 2 other people. We're the only people that do that shit.
That's kind of weird though.
That's crazy.
Stop
I've been 22 years of my life understanding this concept, and now y'all just want me to forget it. Like,
that's not universal.
That's the point.
No, wait. So okay, more. You didn't answer. So sunlight too.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm all about. Damn, quiet. Sorry. I mean, like, I'm all about, sun, clouds. They don't really matter. Like, I can do something with a white wall as long as your fit is popping. Like, it don't even matter really where you take your flick. Like, as long as you.
Y'all are
the confidence.
Y'all
yeah, they came.
Oh.
I came. You know what I'm saying? Definitely like.
Fly.
I just went shopping. That's wild.
That's big.
Nah, but
That's big.
I wanted to just dive into both of y'all overall modeling careers and how that's looked like for y'all so for Soko I know I really want to touch on the Times Square billboard.
Yes, talk about
you know what I'm saying?
Because
So if you don't know, great guest here was featured on Times Square billboard for a shoot he did for a fragrance line, I believe.
Yes.
So yeah, bro, I just want you to talk about how that shoot went, how that all came together. You seem like you know the people who created the company.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know it was gonna go on the billboard? All that, just dive into that. And if that wasn't the greatest achievement, modeling wise so far, what would you say has been?
Okay, so what I knew the person that reached out to me was the makeup artist, and she's also with the CEO of that company.
Okay,
cool.
So they just reached out to me, and she was like, they already want to do a billboard. They were just looking for models, and I was like I'm not gonna say no, of course.
Right.
So that literally happened within 3 weeks or 2 weeks. It was supposed to be shorter, but then I think it was postponed. So then that happened, and as crazy as it sounds, I didn't know how to feel about it. I was so overwhelmed. It was just
Did they tell you it was hey, this is gonna be on Billboard to let you know?
That's
Times Square.
First thing they said when she texted me. It was just first of all, I skimmed through it, so I didn't even read that part. I said yes before I even peeped
everything, right?
And
You said modeling up to me, sure.
wait. So then the day came, and it was just up. I didn't even see it in person myself because like I said, I'm very weird. I'm gonna know right now, I'm very weird. It was I kept putting it off. I'm I'm gonna go later, and then eventually it was too late. But then I posted it, and I just started getting mad love from it. I'm okay, I need to stop downplaying myself or being too overwhelmed with things. So yeah, that felt good because I think it really felt good because my brother, he's a model. He get
I was in the family.
Yeah.
All handsome and pretty.
All handsome and pretty facts.
So he was also he did some show for Bottega Veneta, something like that. So he was also on the billboard the same one, and me and my mom went. So when a couple months later, I'm on the same one. It was just we're both on the billboard. Thank you. Cute.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just crazy experience. I feel it's still didn't sink in.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for it to sink.
It's still surreal kind of.
I feel as a New Yorker, that's has to be that's because this is the
top tier.
Right, you know what I'm saying? This is
top
a place in the middle of the city, and to have
that was crazy. It was it's something you dream of, but then.
And then it happened. And then he was just
I was yeesh. I just couldn't. I didn't want to go
no.
But I'm grateful, very grateful for Kadia Law. She was the one who reached out to me, and the company is Vanasse. I love them. I'm wearing the cologne right now. It's a cologne, but I wear cologne and perfumes. I don't care.
Facts.
Whatever smells good.
Smell good.
Exactly.
Gender and smells crazy.
Oh yeah,
for real.
That was a great experience.
So I have to imagine that standing in front of a camera for a picture like that is a lot more pressure than you know, a selfie in the bathroom, so to speak, you know, so
Yeah.
like, or was it not, like, walk me through that, like, how was that for, even compared to other jobs you've done?
I feel like during the shoot I was very comfortable. Like, for the most part, I feel like I got comfortable with shooting. At first, I used to be really nervous. At times, I still am nervous, like when I first get there. But like once like you start, like all my nerves just leave. And it happened like really fast. It didn't take too long. Everybody there was really sweet. Everybody was just complimenting each other, and that's the one thing I like. I just like being around people that support each other. There's no weird like attitudes or like big egos. Exactly.
Got you.
So that made it easy. Everybody was like really sweet, really down to earth, and just humble. So that. Yeah, I was just comfortable. I wasn't trying to think too much, because when you think too much, that's when you see it.
It happens.
Yeah.
It's just like unfold. That's why I don't like posting for pictures. I like a nice, like, you gotta catch me off guard.
Nah, but like, so with that, like, what would y'all say, like, y'all preferences in terms of the types of shoots y'all do? Because I feel like y'all have both done like different types of shoots, like whether it's for modeling somebody's clothes or just like somebody's concept shot or this or that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, what would you say like your overall favorite like type or favorite shoot you've done so far has been?
I like concepts.
Yeah?
I love concepts. Like, you give me a 90s, I'll get you the 90s.
Yeah.
If you want like a, you know, an aesthetic with plants, like what? I'll be a plant too. You feel me? I don't know. Like, I just like creating art. Like,
Right.
I mean, it's one thing, you know, to model a brand,
Right.
but that's their brand, you know. Like you're putting on, like, yeah, this is cool, this is so and so. But I feel like when you have a theme, like your creativity can go like elsewhere. Like you kind of think out the box a little bit more.
Right.
And I don't know. That's my favorite at least. Like,
Yeah, I might have to piggyback on that. Concepts, like anything that tells a story, I like.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm specifically thinking of the shoot you did, bro. Somebody was like doing your hair. It was like this big golden room. You had like a white, like, you know what I'm talking about?
And it was like the Renaissance theme.
Yeah.
I love that shoot. That was probably my favorite shoot.
For the video, y'all, I'm gonna put the picture.
That's
But that shoot is like one of my top like 5 shoots
That
you
was
ever
lit.
did. Like that's why I asked. Like I was like, yeah, I really like that shoot. But then at the same time, I really liked that reel you did. It was like different pictures, but it was like, what song did you have playing on that? I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I love it because it was so like, in essence, like I already know you as a model. You know what I'm saying? So anything you do to me is model-esque, whether it's like a selfie or this or that. Like I feel like both of you have curated a brand around yourself and are continuing to, as like your experience and your personality grows. That like it's kind of like the initial thing for me. So everything I see you do is creative because I've already in my head labeled you as a creative.
see, now I need to think of myself as that because that's so good to hear. But that's great to hear though. But it's, at the same time, it's like no, like, I have to.
This
actually,
piano shoot, that shit was crazy. I was like, I feel like you pull off this like beautiful elegance so well, and especially with the waves, like the short cut, it's very like short hair baddie. Like I love it. It's very elegant. It's very like, you know, I love that. But what is this reel, bro? I'm trying to find it.
Not the real.
The reel, bro. Was it this one?
Oh.
I love this reel, bro. Man selfies, but it's like super just beep. I love that reel, you know what I'm saying? But even like touching on that, like I'm gonna bring up what I brought up to you before like we started. Like a few months ago you had posted this like poll on your story, and it was like, should my next post be like a shoot or like a shoot I did or like something more of like my funny side. And with that, like I don't remember what I voted, I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know if I did vote, but the point is like I saw it and I really had this thought of like, as people who are trying to build themselves as well-rounded creatives, like you know, like you said it every time, like you introduce yourself, you want to have something new and you're gonna have something new to say about yourself, you know, because you do many things. You know, you have many aspects of your personality that don't really come across when you just tell somebody like I'm a model, you know, because people already have their own notion of what that means. So it's like I just want to talk to y'all and get y'all opinion on like that overall aspect of like introducing yourself as like, oh, I'm a model, and like how that balances with trying to be your own brain and trying to be funny and creative all at the same time, while really stepping in as a model, you know, and trying to do several things as well.
I mean, I feel like it's a time and place for everything. You know, like it all depends on how you present yourself. Like your first impression is always like whatever they see, that's what they get. You know, and it's very rare that you get another opportunity to work with certain people. So it's like, I don't know. Like, but then again, like, you know, as the conversation progresses, like, yeah, show your personality a bit. Like, you can't be like a robot. You're like, hi, I'm a model. Yeah, I'm gonna pose. I'm gonna do this. And it's just like, you know, you have to always bring your own little flavor, your own little to it. But I mean, I'm sorry, can you repeat like half of the question again? I feel like I got most of it.
You asked me to repeat half.
The question had
it had layers, you know.
I feel like I do that often. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I feel like it's because that's how my head works. I feel like I'm thinking of like several things, so I put them into one. Okay, boom.
Tackle me too. I feel like I think I kind of got the two. Like, you know, like I feel like the question rolled around authenticity in the way of like, how do you add your authentic self to like, you know, your craft? Because, you know, to your point of having the poll, like it seems like you're at a point where you're doing like either or, you know what I'm saying? So are you moving more in a direction where you want to put yourself more forward and, you know, make it more comedic? Because that's modeling, you know what I'm saying? It's just...
Or even just more of like your personality.
Right.
That's
I'm honestly just trying to figure out how to really brand myself.
Right.
You know, like, because I don't want to do too much or too little, but I also want to be like that overall well-rounded. Because I don't want to just post pictures. Like, you can just post pictures, okay, but like, I still like to have fun, you know, still need to post something that's kind of like, oh yeah, that's Morgan. Like, yeah, she does this, oh, she's funny, oh, she, you know, so it's kind of like, you kind of have to have that all well-rounded kind of stuff. But, I mean, whether if it's, you know, a TikTok or an actual reel of like, or behind the scenes, you know, I just feel like, let them see everything. Like, why not? They watching?
Right, that's why
they want something to watch. Like, can't be bored.
I like the range you show off too, like, you know, going off like, you know, from that photo of, you know, the piano set, you know, you do have your photos where it's like more like, you know, more masculine presenting with like hats and, you know, like just the calm face. I'm like, yo, like, thinking I'm about to steal the look. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
All about inspo. Listen, I'm never shy, or I'll always say like, yeah, I got this from this place. I'm not stingy or stush about any of that. Like, yeah, like, you want it, get it. Like, it's all about inspiring. Like, nobody's, you know, higher up or whatever. Like, we all can benefit, you know? Yeah.
No, for sure. And like, just piggybacking off that. Sorry, I'm trying to catch the train. It's like
You
the
good?
train, like bustling, and I'm trying to catch it. Piggybacking off that, Soko, I wanted to ask you, like, so with that, like, and as somebody who, you know, carries a lot of different, like, wears a lot of different hats, how do you navigate then that space of, like, being a well-rounded creative and, like, meeting people, like, do you gotta go in with a pre-notion of, okay, I'm gonna introduce myself as a person with this, and that, and they could learn about the other stuff later, type shit, you know what I'm saying? Or how do you, like, navigate that overall space?
Let's see. I'm very, like, I feel like when I go into a space, I just go with the flow.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm really bad at, like, putting myself in, like, a category. So, how would I answer this? I feel like I'm still trying to figure myself out, so I try to not, like, give, like, people, like a straight idea of who I am. I kind of like to let them figure it out, because I feel like to different people, I don't want to say I'm a different person, but people could get, like, different sides out of me, or, like, different creative parts, like, out of me. So I feel like
like the time and place.
Basically, it's like the time and place, and also like I'm just naturally just like taking things in, like learning new things. So it's like I'm not even trying to control it. I'm just like
going with it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Was that the question?
No.
Yeah.
Even to like follow up on that, like we touched briefly on the entrepreneurial section, like, you know, like, so Now tell us about that, because how is that different from like modeling's a service, you know what I'm saying, or versus, you know, working with a product and like building around that? Is it like a different part of your brain set, or is it like?
Okay, so I think it is a different part, because I remember when I always said I wanted a skincare brand or some type, but I never knew how to do it. And then quarantine came.
Quarantine.
My quarantine was crazy. No, I'm glad you're there, because actually it was crazy. Like, I went through so much stuff. Like, I had to find a new distraction or something, or I was gonna lose my mind. So then, like, I was just like slowly, just like trying to like put my ideas together. Like the whole quarantine, I was like, I did not leave for 3 months because I have crazy parents. Like, I did not leave for 3 months.
Right.
Not even like downstairs. Like, I was in there for 3 months. So I had to, like, when I wasn't sleeping, I was like putting like my ideas together and making a little business. And then it happened. And I guess like I just needed to feel like I had like a purpose, like another purpose or something. So when that happened, and it actually started, like, it was actually a little bit successful. Like, I was getting orders. Like, I was like sold out in like 2 days.
And sorry to cut you off, but like, so what were like your first products, like, you know?
So it was first, I started out with like straight skincare that I was making myself. I think it was a lip oil. What else was it? I forgot. Oh, it was a hair oil. It was a body oil, because I use like a specific body like butter for myself like for years. So I just basically made it in bulk and started selling it. And that's what, like, that was probably like the best seller. So I just basically put everything that I use for myself and like turned it into a business. And then it is different from modeling, because it's like very different from modeling. It's like a whole different, like,
I'm sure that hustle is still there,
Yeah.
you know, like, I feel like modeling's definitely something that you have to like network, you know, like really like find people to like, you know, look out for those, you know, those opportunities to get those gigs. So I assume it's like same like, you know, getting placements for.
But I also say that modeling is what helped like the business like
grow.
be. Yeah, that's what I like. If I didn't model, like I didn't get like that.
The following.
Yeah, the following from it, I feel like it wouldn't have been as easy to like promote and like brand. So I feel like I just use like what I got from modeling to kind of help me like push the business and like create more from it. Cause without that, I wouldn't have like no type of social life, nothing. So I feel like they're different, but they also both like go together. Like if I didn't have one, I probably wouldn't have the other. Well, I would have modeling if I didn't have business, but I don't think I would have business if I wasn't modeling. If I was modeling, I would have a business, but it wouldn't. Yeah, I feel like it just helped me like brand myself, because it wasn't like something that I'm not like that's not me. It was like I was literally branding something I use every single day, so it kind of made it easier.
It was genuine. Yeah,
and then people like they would follow me for a long time, so they see like, oh, she has like a great like skincare routine and this and that, so I guess they trusted it more. So yeah, that helped. Oh, that answered the question. Because I feel like I don't remember what the question was either.
No, that was a perfect answer. That was a perfect answer.
Y'all do it. I love this little back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I keep thinking I'm going off track.
There is no track.
There is no track.
Okay.
Be the train.
Come together.
No, absolutely. Getting into, I wanted to actually talk about some like your guys like early work. I think we hopped right into like, you know, achievements early and like, you know, noteworthy pieces, but like, you know, what are some memorable moments for you guys like starting up, you know, again, like some first gigs, or what was that like for you?
Dang, you just kind of like unlocked a whole nother memory, because it's not like, okay, like, yeah, I kind of started posting, I guess, my modeling stuff, but like I kind of low-key started like middle school, elementary school, like the little fashion shows, you know, like I was that girl like with the fashion show. So I mean, I did that for a while, and then like when I first started like college, they had a fashion show too, and I was like, nah, I think this is what I really love to do. Like I don't know, runway and modeling, the adrenaline rush was just like I can never get enough of it. Like as though like I do get nervous like every single time I get nervous, but I just feel like once you know step foot, like it just the nerves just, and then you just
and your house style.
yeah.
Just feel like seconds.
What is Structured building.
Architecture.
Architecture. That's the word.
Sorry.
So we stuffed it up on things, and I'm just like, nah, like, this is the actual time. Like, I feel like I was, you know, not in a box, like, not in a studio. You know what I mean? Like, it felt kind of cool to be outside and, like, take pics. So I feel like that's also one of the ones that's like, I could do this.
Right.
You know? But, yeah, I feel like that was, like, one of my first ones that, like, I really, really enjoyed. Yeah.
Did you start shooting with Solo, like, after the Cloopy shoot?
Mm-hmm.
That I realized, like, after the
Open
shoot,
doors.
I saw you post
Those
Snap
open
photos.
doors,
So
yeah.
I was like, did they know each other prior to the shoot?
No.
That's what I was like, word. Good to know.
Yeah.
Network.
No, for real. Soko?
Me, well, when I started modeling, I started mine like on my 18th birthday, cause like you know before you're, like you know when you're a kid you need your parents.
Yeah.
My parents was not with that shit at
Of
all.
course.
Like, I didn't even ask. So right when I was old enough, I just went into it. I think I went into like some boot camp type thing where they told me how to like walk, take pictures and stuff. And I was like whirling.
Oh, you went like head first,
Wow,
like,
it's like
you went head first.
Cause I needed an outlet. Like I just graduated high school. I was going to college, but I felt like I was doing that for them. And I just needed something for myself. Because when I was in college, when I was in high school, I was in a dance academy, but when I graduated, it ended. So I ain't have them no more. I was like, I need something. So I went into modeling because I just felt like it was different. I get to be like somebody else for like 2 seconds, or I just get to like just not be me or something. Because I was just too wrapped up in like my family's image. So I just started doing a bunch of shoots. I also had like friends with like cameras and stuff, and they'd be like, "You want to shoot?" And I was just like, "Yeah, sure." And then slowly but surely, I started getting more comfortable. I started like learning like what to do with my face and what not to do, because I used to look so angry in pictures. Like I would look like I'm gonna kill you if you look at a picture. So I'm trying to think of a specific shoot.
Or maybe something like, you know, like, shoot, like, I really learned something from this shoot. That would also be a dope one, too.
Oh,
We coming right back?
I've learned. See, when you said that, I thought of something, but it's not really a good lesson.
That's okay.
Like my first real shoot, like somebody I didn't know, it was like he was kind of a creep.
Nah, that's real shit.
Yeah.
Talk about it, bro. It's real shit, though. It's real
And
shit.
mind you,
Man,
I
women
was-
have stories about that.
I was like 17, and he was like what, 30 something,
Probably.
and it was like he was trying to make me do stuff, and I'm like, not. I don't know if he's trying to make me crazy, but like afterwards he wanted me to like cozy up with him. I'm like, nah. I dipped, and that was like my first shoot. And when I left there, I went straight to college orientation. The whole time I'm thinking, I don't want to model no more.
Right.
I don't want to model no more.
If that's what it's gonna be like, type shit, for real.
And then I don't know what happened, but eventually I guess the next person that asked me to shoot, I knew them, I trusted them. So that's when I like learned, like I can still model, but I just have to like be careful and like look into, even though you can look into somebody and not know them or what they're capable of, like if I'm not sure I feel like unsafe, like at least come with somebody or come with safety or something. Because at one point I started coming to shoots with like a taser in my left pocket in case it got crazy.
Stay dangerous.
So that's what I was saying. I learned like.
And if any photographer ever says no, you can't bring somebody to the shoot, don't shoot with them.
That part, 'cause
Yeah.
that's like sus.
That is sus, and it's happened before at Masheries, I know. That shit is real, that shit's crazy.
You can't say yes to everybody.
You can't say yes to
You
everybody,
really
bro.
can't just say, okay, yeah, I'm sure. Like,
Not every opportunity is
Not
worth
every
that, bro.
yeah.
Not every opportunity is worth that shit.
Morgan,
Truly.
did you want to bring up
yeah, like the
Shoot.
one with the piano.
Yeah.
Shout out Modeling with Black Star, because that was like a whole nother seminar type thing. Like it was a half seminar, half photo shoot. So again, like with the whole one-on-one, she gave us pointers and tips and all that. So that was like peak for me.
Right.
Like, because I really didn't do like
They really
the
teach
basic.
you something.
Yeah,
right,
you know.
right.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Y'all give us some, like, you know, basics of how to take a good picture or like
Facts.
structure. Because it sounds like y'all well studied.
Educated,
You're
yeah,
well
like on
educated.
this.
I mean, well, one thing was really the facial expressions. Like she said,
Wow.
like I never aware of my face,
Yeah.
and I tend to like lift up my brow, like
Right.
just relax. Like
Mm-hmm.
you gotta relax, but also don't like, you know, get that serious.
Right.
Like I don't know.
That part, because I had to learn. I had to learn to relax my face. Because you'll think you're doing something sexy with your face, but you look crazy. So like, just relax.
Relax. Okay.
Yeah.
I've always heard. I feel like my resting face is. I've always gotten. Oh, you look depressed. What happened to you? Your dog died. Like.
No, I felt that.
I'm just like. No.
Your dog died is crazy.
Just hanging out. Like. It's okay. So. But like, so you're not trying to smile. Or you're like. You just.
You're like actually
Even when
bugged
you're
out.
supposed to smile, like I would have to tell them make me laugh, or I would have to make myself laugh. Because if I try to fake smile,
It's
it's
gonna
gonna
be
show.
It's gonna show.
Exactly.
Right. I like to talk a lot when I'm taking pictures.
Yeah, I know, Mari. It's so hard to take a picture of you, bro. Like,
I have.
you gotta take a lot because, like, you can find really good pockets of Omari. Like, he'll smile real big, or like he'll look down, he'll touch his hair. Like, it's something very like subtle, but he talks throughout the whole picture, bro. It's so irritating. So
You guys, are you not allowed to talk? Like, do you talk? Do y'all not?
But then it's like you only got about so many frames.
You know,
No,
you really
gotta
only not
put
for real.
so
Like,
many frames.
especially like professional photographers, like they really go by frame. Like,
Yeah.
so it's like they don't just keep going until they get the shot. Like, you got this amount of frames. Like, America's Next Top Model. Yeah, bro. You know how they only have a certain number of frames? Type
Yeah.
shit.
I know, I like that shit. Like, how you know I don't got more better pictures than that shit?
You talk about that's the best shot.
I know.
I know it's the best shot in that fucking.
We don't ever do that. Like, I'm looking back on it, Tyra Banks was.
She
really,
was
like,
tweaked out, bro.
Menace
No,
to society.
yeah. But think about it. If you was like coming up in the early 2000s,
Bro,
you
yeah.
probably would do it 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Watching
I can
back
see both of
over
y'all
it,
on
I was
it.
just like,
I can see both of y'all on
she
it.
out of pocket.
Yeah. I just rewatched some of the old seasons. I was
Yeah.
like,
What was the episode? It was like, oh, the catwalk is this building. Like, you walking
down the building,
Right.
straight down.
That shit was crazy. I'm like, I don't know.
Nah, they've had them do some crazy shit on that show.
But then it's also the fact that it's like, I could do that better.
I could figure it
No,
out. Bro,
that's
I was
so
some of
better.
the pictures that used to come out of that show, like,
Yeah.
like I know girls that do
Like,
it
come
better.
on.
Like, what are y'all doing? Talking about top photographers, talking about,
Please.
shit, I mean.
It's okay. Our time is coming.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
okay.
Now, they had one season, sorry, this is a tangent. They had one season where they started bringing in guys. The first season they brought in the guys. It was just nice dude, like, he had great pictures pretty much all season, and then some white blonde bitch, and the white blonde bitch won, and I was like,
That's
I
the
was like,
season
y'all
with the
not
building.
that ass. That's the season with the building. That is the season with the
Back on
building.
it, that's the season with the building.
I'm thinking about it like I know that's like a newer season, so I'm like, it was a season with the building. Wow.
That's
Too many
Tyra Banks.
seasons.
No, for real. How do we get into that?
No, I'm talking about modeling.
Modeling, right?
Is there like, you know, also it sounds like you guys came up into modeling or like, you know, had an idea for it kind of like later and like, you know, your last thing talking about college was like a big entry point for you guys. Were there people that you like started like looking into for like inspiration or, you know, certain artists you were thinking like, you know, I really like how they pose, even for like their covers, like, you know, we're talking about covers right before we came in and got into this tangent of like, you know, basically like, you know, Ari Lennox is always kind of posing for her own like covers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Is there women or that y'all look into for like, you know, okay, I like the way this person models or how like they pose or
I'm gonna be real honest.
them.
I'm gonna be real honest. Like, I just be on Pinterest
Mm.
or I just be scrolling through my feed,
Mhm.
like searching stuff up or just like whatever the case may be. Like, I don't know big names. Like, I wish I could tell you, like, yeah, this person is like. I feel like everything is like inspiration. Like, if I just like how you shoot, like if I just like how you pose, like I'll just say it's like, okay, like this is nice.
Yeah.
But like the big names, like I can't even tell you. Like I'm
Nah, to
yeah.
your point, like I feel like there's inspiration like
Everywhere, yeah.
Like yeah, like Pinterest is valid.
Pinterest is valid.
Yeah.
I be on Pinterest too.
Everybody's a mood board. Me, that's always, I can never pick like, if you ask me like my favorite person or like who I'm inspired by, I can't pick. It's like too much, like you said, it's too much inspiration for me to pinpoint.
Mhm.
So I just say, ooh. I'm always stuck. I don't know. I feel like I get my inspiration from everywhere, like not a specific person. Yeah, I don't even know how to answer that question.
So I just let it come to the muses.
I feel like like I just see things. I see a pose. I'm like, I like that pose, or like I like this shoot. Yeah, I can't even specify anymore.
You just say like you have like your own like style. Like, your own
Yeah,
little,
you put yourself into
little
it, and it
twist to
just
it.
comes out how it comes out.
Yeah, it's dope. It's almost like your own like fighting style. You know what I'm saying?
Your own fighting
Your
style
own
goes
sword
crazy.
style. You know what I'm saying? That's hard. That's hard.
Like feed a younger part of me. Like you do ballet.
See, I did everything but point.
Butt point. I did everything but point. But you could not get
You
me.
can't say I do. Because me, I just bought them and I was like, I'm gonna just
No.
try.
Try.
I never
Nope.
was trained, none of that.
Nope, never was.
Nah, point was not it, bro. I never tried it.
What's it?
Niggas tried to put my feet in those shits. I said no, I don't want to do it.
I'll only do it for a picture. Don't ask me to dance in them. Don't ask me to twirl in them.
Nah, we'll
I'll
do
break
some,
my ankle.
nah, we'll do some nice little pictures. I'm
Oh, it's
excited.
gonna be so cute.
Nah, I'm very excited.
Me too.
Lots of content going around. I want to do like an old car shoot like type shit have you ever seen like old like car commercial like or car posters where it's like really pretty lady old car like type shit? I really want to do that with both of you. Only problem is the old car.
Mm.
That's the
I
only
know how to
problem.
shoot like that with all that car. I wish I.
That's the only problem.
First of
But
all.
other than that, I'll figure it out though. Like I feel like there's some way somehow somebody in the city that got like old car rentals or like flexed like old caddy rentals that I could probably invest in. But I would love to do a shoot like that with y'all. But we back.
Nah, that's. You got a fire ass OV.
Yeah, if you got a fire ass old V, hit me up, bro. Like that's what I need
Hot
right now.
Wheel
Like hot
type
wheel,
shit.
yeah. The mural, the car we saw at BK, that shit would have been tough.
It was
That
fucking
old ass
stickers.
Mitsubishi, that Mitsubishi went crazy. No cap, wow. We saw some shit.
Yeah. Shout out Lingo. Anyway, so you know something I wanted to bring up. I don't know if y'all saw this, but like as of today, Polo is partnering with Spellman and
I
Morehouse.
just seen that while we here.
Yeah, and like the modeling was very like it seemed like to me like yo, did they go like look at like old like photos and like try
I
to
didn't even see it, so I don't know what y'all talking about.
I just seen it on my way here.
so like
I heard, but I didn't see the pictures.
you haven't seen the pictures?
No.
So okay, I'm gonna try to pull it up, but basically like the first of all the line is like very like old school vintage like you'd see them like old like black and white photos of like a HBCU college, and I think like that was the lens we were going they're focusing on. It was just drawing me back to what we were talking about earlier about doing like themed shoots and like time capsules. Is there like any like brand or like some or like maybe like a brand's line or pictures that you guys like to like recreate or like you would dream of like working with, you know what I'm saying? Like how would that look like? Or even your own shit. Like
So like a brand that I like dream of working with.
yeah, was that a roundabout way of me saying that?
Yeah, I was.
I don't know. I want to tie into the polo thing, just in case, you know what I'm saying? It's a,
I'm looking at the video.
it's a hot topic. What you mean?
There's a
The video?
picture. Yeah. There's pictures?
Yes, pictures.
I'm looking at the video.
I didn't see the video. I only saw the pictures.
Damn. Alright, I'm gonna try to find the pictures.
Is that your tweet?
You good? Of it?
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Shout out Twitter.
Boom.
What brand? I'm open to any brands.
To work with.
Oh wow.
I was like, I'm like, I should have went to Morehouse. Cause I should college student. That's cute.
Interesting.
It was cool. So people had like different opinions about it. Apparently, I don't know.
I mean, it's giving. I'm not gonna lie, because Polo's a white company. I'm wrong? No,
Yeah.
Polo's a white company. I'm
Yeah.
just making sure.
Crazy.
So, I don't know, a part of me, like, he started the company over 50 years ago. That's, like, literally the start of his video. I started this company over 50 years ago. Niggas had, like, just barely gotten out of segregation and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And that's
No,
what the
you
pictures
weren't.
look like.
And that's what the pictures
That's
look
what I
like.
love, yeah.
That's what the pictures look like. So I'm like, I'm kind of confused. Like, you could spin it as like an inspiration of like early black fashion that inspired this person to get into the fashion industry, because maybe black people or designers inspired this white man to become Polo. But it's
Polo's 50 years ago. That seems young for Polo.
it does seem young ago.
I think it's talking about something else.
We might be talking about something else. I could be misquoting the video. I didn't watch the whole video. Point is that it's an old company. Slavery and segregation ain't that old, bro. those shits definitely lined up at some point.
I just don't see the point.
I don't see why that was the concept.
Yeah, true.
Because it's an HBCU, sure, I get it.
The entire project was run by like Morehouse and Spelman alumni, like down to like photography, conception, models. So it's like, okay, was it someone internally, like, why? I guess like, is Morehouse and Spelman like the oldest HBCU?
Well,
No.
aren't they
Not
both like one gendered, right?
Yeah.
So maybe that was their kind of concept. Trying to just
It's already like men's catalog, women's catalog, kind of.
probably. I don't know.
Whatever.
Cheney was the first HBCU.
I've never heard that one.
Cheney University of Pennsylvania became the nation's first HBCU, February 25th, 1837.
Damn, right?
1837.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Niggas were allowed to learn back then.
Wait.
That's right.
Wait.
Slavery ended in 1864.
Because shit is giving me different answers. What the fuck is going on?
Slavery didn't get abolished until 1868, I think.
Well, there was free states in the north.
I'm gonna go to the third good Marshall College part. I feel like they might not say
I don't know.
How,
Welcome to the HBCU podcast.
Like we're learning here.
literally, in 1799, Washington and Lee University admitted John Chavis, who was noted as the first African American on record to attend college. 1799. However, the first African Americans to have earned a bachelor's from an American university, Alexander Lucius Twilight, graduated from Middlebury College in 1823. 3 decades later, Mary Jane Patterson was the first African American woman to earn a bachelor's degree from Oberlin College in 1862. Richard Humphreys then established the African Institute, now Cheney University, in 1837 in Pennsylvania, technically making it the oldest HBCU in the United States. The mission was to teach free African Americans skills for gainful employment.
Niggas going to school while niggas are still enslaved is crazy.
It's crazy.
Like,
And then during the 1850s, 3 more HBCUs were founded. Minor Normal School in D.C., Lincoln in Pennsylvania. Lincoln was founded in 1854, and Wilberforce in Ohio in 1856.
Shout out my guy Jordan from Lincoln alum.
But the African Methodist... wait, I'm sorry, the African Methodist Episcopal Church established Wilberforce, and they were the first, that was the first HBCU operated by African Americans. That's even crazier. That there was 3 HBCUs opened by, or like operated by white people. That's crazy.
Wow.
Y'all
count.
letting free niggas in school while y'all go home to y'all slave city. Anyways, sorry for the HBCU, man. I went to a PWI, bro.
I wish I went to HBCU.
I don't.
Somebody white on BET. So
True.
what's really anymore?
But the HBCU thing I do and I don't. Cause like, I do because, yeah, cornucopia of like black excellence. I fuck with that. I don't because like, I realized something. When I went to Johnny Champagne's set, our homie who DJs, shout out you, Tapper, there wasn't many black people in the room. Like, the DJ's black, a couple of his friends, so there was maybe like 8 of us. A group of like 40 people. Mad white kids, a lot of NYU kids, a lot of Indian kids. But you realize when we're the minority, there's like this camaraderie. Like, as soon as we're the minority, you seek out the other black people and you get cool with them immediately. When you're in a room with everybody black, most of the time, 8 times out of 10, I'll say, you will feel immediately like something, there's something stush somewhere in the room.
You just did the eye.
It's there, bro, because somebody's looking at you like, oh, I'm better than you, and whatever the case may be. But I don't know why we do it as black people. It's just a thing that happens, but that's why I don't know about, like, if I would have wanted to go to HBCU. Also, the fashion show every day. I mean, I was moving like that to BWI, so everybody was looking at me crazy. Everybody was looking at me like, you dressed up, niggas in PJs and sweats. Like, I used to be, but, like, having to do it, like, that's the expectation. Y'all could miss me, bro. I'm going in sweats. Now, because y'all want me to dress up, I'm not.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? But it would have been a great place to get fly, though. And I feel like, if y'all, as people who model, would have went to an HBCU, could have been a different experience as well. Could have fostered, especially you, because you are specific with like how you really like to dress going out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like your thing is really about being fly. Like in general, like, I feel like that's part of your brand to me, bro.
I don't know. I'm just
You're a fly guy, bro. You're a fly guy, though. Like, but you a fly guy. Like, I feel like that's like your brand. It's so funny, like, cause I met Danielle through you, and Danielle get fly.
Doppelganger, bro.
No, literally,
It's
From
really
Shorty
sick.
from Lips.
You're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
That's their friend. That's why I met her through.
For a split second, yeah.
It made sense.
Shout out
No,
Daniela.
no, for
What are
real.
you talking about? Wait, what are we?
No,
That
yeah.
was
And
crazy.
she also be getting fly. When I tried to call her out, I was like, oh, she get fly too. So it makes sense. Like that's a solid friendship. I get it. Like, you know. So I feel like, you know, that also could have been a different thing where you never know how shit would have worked out with like different expectations or different things. Could have met more photographers. Could have this, but everything happens the way it happens
Yes,
for a
it
reason.
does.
At the end of the day. True word.
What are we manifesting? What are the next steps, shoots? You know, I remember in the beginning of the episode you were talking about you wish you could do more, and I feel like it's something that you resonated with Soko. So like,
Because you were like, oh yeah, that's what we had brought up, right?
tying all the way back.
No, yeah, literally at the beginning before we even got on camera, Morgan was like, I just wish I could do, like, I wish I was doing more. And then you started with, I feel like I'm so lazy. But you're also a person who does mad shit. And I literally, before you came in, told Morgan, I was like, yo, watch Soko say the same thing though. Watch Soko as somebody who we both know does mad shit. Probably sit there like, I feel like I could do more, or I could do better, or I could do this. I feel like Soko would say something like that. And you came in with, you know, I'm so lazy. So just talking about that, like, you know, what's next? What do y'all want to do next?
I just feel like
Whether you're
because I
started or
said
not,
that, I
you
feel
know?
like I said that only because like my shoots and like when I book is not consistent.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that I like can
Yeah.
say about that. Like it's very spur of the moment. Like
Right.
I wish I had my DMs flooded. Like hey, let's shoot, let's
Let's
collab,
shoot,
let's
yeah.
collab. But then it's also like if we ain't talking about money, like
What are we talking
what are
about?
we talking about?
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of like free collabs. And like but
Right,
I want no.
right.
I don't want to work for free. You know.
And
like-
exposure only works if you like big, like type shit. And even then, exposure don't pay no bills. So I
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do next though? Like what's something like you really want to manifest into the
Yeah.
next steps?
Ideally, like, you know, even just like, even if you're working towards it, if it's
Like bro, even if it's not even in the plan, like walk New York Fashion Week next year type shit. Whatever.
I wish that was this year, but that's definitely next year.
Nah,
that's
for
that's
real.
on the list.
No, for sure.
Brand owner,
Mm-hmm.
trying something in the works.
Okay,
I'm gonna leave it at that.
I like that.
That's it.
Another title to the name.
LLC
Yeah,
building, and we gonna have something in the works.
I like that.
And then I mean, like I was also thinking like maybe if I could be a part of an agency.
Mhm.
I never really thought about it, but up until like right now, it's kind of like freelancing is cool, but
But it's not that cool.
it's not that cool. Like you know, shoot.
Yeah, I felt that. Yeah, facts.
Good looking.
Yeah.
But like to be a part of an agency, I would say like, you know, to have a little
Yeah.
model family will be kind of cool.
Yeah. So.
I don't know. I will say I just want to be more clear in the head because I don't know where I'm going. Like I feel like I don't want to say I'm in so many different directions, but I just don't have a direction I'm going in. But I will say one thing I know I want to do is finish school. Cause like I said before, I went to school for my parents, but then at a certain point I had to stop because I just didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't for me. I didn't know what I wanted to do with it. So now I feel like I probably know myself more after a couple years of just doing my own thing. So now I probably want to go back to school, probably like for business and stuff, so I could like improve. Cause I was good at the business thing, but I feel like there was still a lot of stuff I didn't know. So I could go back and like learn more and then like input it into what I'm doing. That would be good. And then also just like more projects coming my way and stuff, because I feel like lately it might not seem like, well, even though to me it seems like
I love you,
to
Soko.
everybody else, like it seems like I'm just doing everything. I feel like
You feel
I
stagnant?
just
Like,
yeah, like I do little things, but I don't feel like they're like official. Like I just have little hobbies.
Yeah, well, listen, I feel like those little hobbies is what like becomes the thing.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
So hopefully that one of my little hobbies will become a thing.
one of them will blow up and then everything will just continue to follow suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want silk.
That got y'all.
No, for real, bro.
I'm
You got
so
three.
serious.
You got three who need an asking, bro. I'm serious.
I got y'all.
But with that being said, yo, we wrap it up to our final segment of the show.
Oh,
Now they ready? Lingo Talk with the Lingo, where we ask our guests to give us their favorite slang term or terms from where they grew up. Y'all grew up in the city. If you want to get Harlem specific, you can. But we don't gotta go into a turf war of what slang came from where. But y'all got specific terms that I will 100% say came from Harlem. I'll be clear. Like jiggy, that's y'all. Like y'all created jiggy, jewelry. Like that's like one thing I know that's some Harlem shit. Like, but yeah, just you can give us one word, you give us mad words, a phrase, a saying, whatever you want.
Let's see. You said slang?
Yeah,
A saying?
Lingo.
a saying, lingo, anything.
No mind went blank.
Right?
That is always.
Am I always saying
Always say something,
Give
right?
me the words you always.
Always say. We've had I can give y'all examples. Like we've had people say everything. We've had dub, facts, that ass. I feel like I threw out "fuck is you talking about" at some point.
Girl Bob.
Really?
Girl Bob. Oh, I can be cursing in my language. That's it. That's all I can think of.
What's y'all ethnicities? I know you're Senegalese, right?
Uh-huh.
Facts.
Also,
I'm Jamaican on mom's side.
Half?
Well, okay, no. My mom is from Jamaica.
Okay. Oh, got you.
Okay.
Got you.
That's all right.
some Senegalese will go crazy too. If you
Yeah.
have any.
If you have any, yeah. Take us global. We've never had nobody give us something.
Everything is a curse. Somebody. But I mean your mama. And I don't really say that to everybody, but I just be saying it.
I'm really trying to think, like, what?
Like, what do I say?
You
Like,
always stump people.
I'm
with
always
this.
chatting, but...
Chatting.
Okay, there you go.
Chatting.
Listen. Just like
Chatting.
that.
Just like that, that's lingo. With that being said, y'all, it's your homie ATM.
And it's your boy O.
And it's your homie Soko. It's your homie Morgan. Malika Morgans. Stay up, be easy, stay safe.
Yo, and follow our guests.
And follow our guest facts. Everything gonna be in the bios. Everything gonna be everywhere. They gonna be tagged. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all know what it do. Y'all know how it be. Peace. Stay safe.
Later.
Peace.